at work last week.
Oh, the U.S. team?
Yeah, some of the players from the U.S. team,
Who are some people you met because you work at Under Armour?
Yeah.
Under Armour, yeah. I know you talking about some of the wrestlers you've talked to.
Yeah, I met a bunch of wrestlers. It's awesome. I always get happy when I meet them. I met Ray Lewis, too.
You met Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah, like, just nonchalant. Ray Lewis. He's a close personal friend. No, I'm joking.
You can call him on a first name basis.
Yeah, that's Ray Ray.
No, Ray Ray.
That's Ray Ray. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I met Ray Lewis once, and like everybody in my store was freaking out, and like I'm like, I mean, I understand, because like there are certain people if I met, I'd probably lose my mind, and wouldn't know how to speak in proper sentences.
Isn't that funny? There's people out there that I'm sure most people can think of as somebody that if that person was right in front of them, they would have a hard time just acting normally.
Yeah, and at first I'm like, that's ridiculous. They're just people, but when I step back and think about it, I can completely understand why somebody can have that effect on another human being. Yeah. Because you never know, like when it comes to like music, for example, I hear it a lot. Like there are these certain like groups or like people that may not be super mainstream or mainstream at all. They have like their core audience, and like you'll always see like comments or you'll hear people say like, oh, this band saved my life. I was in a low point in my life, and like I listened to your music and like it helped me out of it. Yeah. I mean, the same thing can be said for people across multiple genres of entertainment, but I mean, you hit a lot when it comes to music. So like that's why I never really try and judge people when it comes to stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, people were acting crazy in my store named Ray Lewis. Then I just went up and talked to him, said, hey, big fan, whenever you need anything, let me know. And they helped him with some shirts, and then he bought some stuff and left.
Okay, he told him, like, hey, man, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hence dropping value to him. I like it.
Yeah, that was cool, though. I mean, it's awesome when I meet certain athletes and I see that I'm bigger than them. Yeah. It's like a confidence boost to me.
Are you taller than them?
I want to say I think I'm taller than Ray Lewis. Yeah, I can't remember if I'm taller because I think I'm taller than him. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5". Yeah.
6'5".
I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". I don't remember.
Yeah. Good size, man. 6'5".
And then you get smaller with age.
Yeah, man. But he's I mean. Well, you talk about finishing on top. He retired, winning the Super Bowl. It's a way to go out.
Yep, which is what I said Tom Brady should have did last year, especially now that he's been sacked 16 times.
Yeah, I wonder what I'd be curious to really be able to see in his mindset why he wanted to come back.
He wants to play until he's 45.
Yeah. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Is because he's just being like a pioneer in the sense of like pushing the human body to...
I think so, because he wants to be the first one to ever do that, if I'm not mistaken.
I know.
And like it's just... Because I think he wants to be able to walk away from the game when he says he's done, instead of like being forced out or like having people tell him.
That totally makes sense. I get that.
Because like there's been like a lot of people, analysts and whatnot, have been speculating that this will be the year like he falls off a cliff and like he starts to become terrible. But so far his numbers haven't shown that at all. Even though the team around him hasn't been playing up to Patriot standards, and people are thinking like Belichick is going to get him out of here this year, and then they're going to go with. What's the kid's name? Jimmy Garoppolo, the backup.
Oh.
Who they drafted like 3 years ago, I think it was. And
boy, you talking about a great mentor to have.
Yeah, you're gonna get mentored by the greatest of all time.
But he's been under him for like 3 years.
Yeah, I want to say. I think
he's hardly played.
Because he has 2 Super Bowl rings, and the past has been twice in the past 2 years, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, whatever.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't remember where I heard it. Probably on like a podcast at one time a couple years ago, but I just know Tom Brady, like he's really conscious of like what he puts in his body.
Yeah.
And I know him and Giselle, like they don't even feed like their kids like any type of like sugar or anything like that.
Yeah, he's really cognizant of like what he takes, which is why he's confident in himself that he'll be able to play until he's 45, because he's never had any real major injuries.
What was that one where he's out for like the entire season?
I think it was a shoulder.
The shoulder or ACL? I don't remember.
I feel like it was a shoulder. I think it was a shoulder or
the first game,
elbow.
First game of the season. Dude, I keep talking about sports. I really don't know how I know this stuff, man. Like it was against the Chiefs. I don't know how I remember that. I just remember that.
Yeah, he was. It was like a shoulder. It was an arm injury. That's all I remember. And like he was out the entire season.
Right, and that's when.
Matt Castle.
Yeah,
yes. That was like his coming out party. Yeah. And he's been in the league ever since, off of that 1 year.
But he's never really done.
Yeah, he went 10-5, and then I don't think he's ever had like a good season as a starter again.
Which is interesting because like his stock, the past couple years has probably been dictated based off that one season.
Yeah, it definitely has. This is why he's still in the league.
Yeah.
But well, I'm not gonna go down that road. But so that's what Brady's really confident he can do because he's never had any real major injuries, and then how he takes care of himself.
Yeah.
And like he has like certain stuff like specifically made for him to like help with his performance and like to help his recovery time and everything.
Right. Yeah. He's taking a lot of, I like to call it biohacking. Like he's hacking his body to make it the longest possible to do the job he wants to do or what he wants to serve. Dude, I have to say, man, this is the first time I've done a podcast where I've talked about like sports, and I'm loving it.
It was basically a sports podcast
this
today.
Is fun, dude. I like it, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to cut it off now. However, I want to ask you one thing.
Yes.
Because this has been a common trend now. I've done like the past several podcasts. I like to ask guests, what would so you little background. So I like the author Ernest Hemingway. Mm-hmm. And Ernest Hemingway was challenged one time to come up with a 6-word story. That 6-word story was for sale, baby shoes, never worn. So what would be your 6-word story right now? And I'm going to leave it open however you want to interpret a 6-word story. You can, in a sense, you can say your 6-word story for your life, 6-word story for what just we talked about, 6-word story pertain to something you feel. Just curious. You say it and you think of it for a little bit, you say it and let me know what it means.
Oh my goodness. It isn't tough at all. Thanks for putting me on the spot.
It's funny because then it really hones in on you got to really be concise in order to write a story in 6 words.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been asked to like do something like that.
I always find it as a fascinating exercise because.
What does Hemingway's mean?
Hemingway? Ernest Hemingway.
No, what does it mean? Like I know who Ernest Hemingway
what
is.
does the story mean?
What does the story mean? Did he ever explain it?
I'll have to look into that. I've never delved into more. I think he just, I don't know if it was on the spot, like a reporter asked him, like, hey, Ernest, can you, 6-word story? And he just like, okay, for sale, baby shoes, number 1. Okay, bye. I don't know. I didn't even look. I should look into it more.
I was definitely on a sign in a store on the side of the road when they stopped him in like.
Oh, you think so? Like.
Yeah, it said anyway, 6 words for the people. And he just looked around and said, "For sale, baby shoes, never worn."
Yeah, dude, it's like one of those things like you see a phone number going out about, and then like somebody's like, "Hey, let me get your phone number." And you're like, "I really don't want to have a phone number." You just write that number you saw it. And,
188 contacts.
Yeah, right. Like, all right, so I'm going out with the person that runs contacts. Perfect. Yeah.
What was yours?
Oh well, I said one day earlier with the person I was with. It was feeling excited, living not existing. Feeling excited and feeling excited, and living not existing. That was my one for today. But like on my Instagram, I gotta look at it. I just can't remember. But my Instagram, like my bio, is just in 6 words. Kind of pertaining like certain values I hold for myself, and I don't remember the order. I'd have to look it up, but I always go off like 6-word story.
Oh, okay, I got one.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams, peace, love, prosperity.
Oh, that's 6 words. Break it down.
All right.
Let me hear you.
Follow your dreams because, like I say, I'm big on people doing what they love.
Yeah.
Following their dreams, not being controlled by other people, and peace, love, prosperity because that's what I wish to everybody. Like I'm a big proponent of peace. If you're not, you're weird. Big proponent of love because if you're not, you're weird.
Yeah.
And prosperity because I want to be prosperous, and I would hope that everyone else that follows their dreams is prosperous as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I love it. Empower to live the P's. Peace, prosperity. Did you only have 2 P's?
Yeah, PLP. Peace, love, prosperity.
Peace, love, prosperity. PLP. What was the first part? Live your dream.
Yeah, live your dream. Peace, love, prosperity. After like talking for a little bit, it was the easiest thing to come up with. Yeah. When you first dropped it, I was like, oh my god, how did I come up with that? Then I was like, oh wait, duh.
Yeah, see, man, we all have an infinite or an infinite.
Oh wait, no, I said follow your dreams, not live your dreams. Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams, yeah.
Peace, love, prosperity.
Follow your dreams. I'm just trying to think of the acronym, and I have a hard time like putting an acronym in my head. Follow your dreams.
FYOPLP.
Yeah, well, you got that easy there. There's gonna be.
I'm sorry, FYDPLP.
There's gonna be your next hat that says it right there.
FYDPLP. I do need to hashtag patent pending.
Yeah, patent pending. By the way, this guy signed on a contract with Sprint. I don't know what that does to this quality of podcast, but oh well.
It won't be able to be released for 6 months, so I try to avoid saying all dates. No, I'm joking.
Joey, dude, it's been a pleasure, man. I enjoyed it.
Thank you,
Hopefully
man.
we can do it again, man.
Definitely, we
enjoyed
have
it,
to.
man. Yeah.
I hope they came out well. I hope the people like it.
Oh, dude, don't even worry about the people, man. It's more just creating a platform, an arena to have like an actual conversation with somebody where you don't have outside factors then all of a sudden like stopping the momentum you have a conversation. Because we can all have conversations like we had with other people to a certain degree, but the momentum dies off really fast.
Yeah.
Because of different factors, different variables.
Yeah, I mean,
I find when I just tell somebody like, hey man, I'm just gonna film having a conversation. I say podcast, but it's just filming a conversation.
Yeah.
It creates almost an accountability where like, oh, I'm gonna be filmed. Okay, I want to present myself better. Okay, I want to actually have some thought here. I want to actually carry on the conversation. I think so.
Yeah.
Z Nation, catch you in the next installment. As always, plurp it up. Going with acronyms. Peace, love, unity, respect, and passion. Catch you next installment.
Out.